So now maybe you've heard about blockchain, but the question is, what is a mining facility? I mean, I'm like, is that like dwarves that go underground with pickaxes and like start pulling coal out of the mountain? Actually, it's just as crazy, except they're not pulling coal out of the mountain. They're pulling out precious ore and gems and minerals. I mean, not really, because it's all data. But no, we're actually talking about computers. Can you imagine plugging a computer into a wall and making $400 a month? That's what we're talking about today. Okay, now welcome back. Listen, I got a lot of my friends that are like, Kris, you're gonna take us out to a massive mining facility? I am, but before I do that, a little later in this video, I wanted to kind of, pick back up where I left off in the previous video and really talk more about this concept called blockchain and why cryptocurrency is even a thing today. So you understand that our money is basically, it's not backed by gold anymore. We came off of the standard a long time ago. So basically, it's just a bunch of ones and zeros in computers. And it's the people's confidence that assign value to the dollar. And in 2008, when the economy fell out and real estate was going bust and we were getting excited, because by the way, when there's a crash, it means that's when the most millionaires and billionaires rise up. If you didn't know that, this is a good thing for you to know because we are overdue on our next crash. They're usually every 5 to 8 years. We're in the 9th year right now. We're somewhere at the bottom of the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning, and winter is coming. And you can either prosper in winter or you can be tuck-tailed and terrified like everybody else is. But frankly, if you're educated on money, like if you're coming out to one of my Real Wealth 4-day events, you won't be afraid of winter. You're going to embrace winter. You're going to get excited because when everything falls apart is when the biggest opportunities present themselves. So here's what happened in 2008 with money. Money was falling apart left and right. And what did Ben Bernanke, as our U.S. Fed chair, do to prop up the U.S. economy? He said they call it quantitative easement, which is a fancy word for let's print more money. So we go into the economy, we start printing more money, we start printing trillions of dollars to artificially keep us afloat. Now, I'm not going to have the argument today on whether he did a good job or bad job. I met Ben and we had a conversation about this, and he shared why he did it and why our recession may have been a depression had he not. However, there's consequences to the quantitative easement that he introduced into our economy. And so the point that I want to simply make is that our world is changing. Largest taxi company right now in the world is Uber, and it doesn't own a taxi. The largest real estate company in the world is Airbnb, and it doesn't own real estate. Like, it's worth $34 billion right now, and it doesn't have any assets. When Facebook became one of the titans, or Amazon, it's like, what do they really own, right? Social media for people to connect with each other. That's the world that we live in today. And right now, people want to compete, or at least provide an alternative to our own currency. Even though the dollar is the standard all around the world, we can't control it. Right now, we can have the central bank print more money on demand, and they're controlling that currency. But Bitcoin is a currency that the people control. It is the people rising up, and right now we've got coin offerings, ICOs being introduced left and right. Bitcoin right now is the granddaddy of them all. It's the one that is leading the way. Obviously, all these cryptocurrencies can't actually make it, but right now there's hundreds of billions of dollars being raised for starting what people will hope will be new currencies that you and I can use to exchange with each other like the old school barter system without any middlemen. And so that's why there's all this hype about this. And also because last year, we saw a 1,500% increase. Bitcoin was selling at $50, $100, $200, $300 a coin. And then it shot through the roof up to 20,000. Now it's back down to 10 and it's moving around. And so we've got this new world, we got this new crypto, and it's new coin, altcoins, right? Alternative coins. And it's all function on the blockchain. Now, by the way, who knows what will happen in coin land, because the reality is it's pretty wild market right now, right? The market's going up and down, and it's really volatile, and it's going to be that way right now. It's behaving different than normal money. It's also making people a lot of money, and also people that know how to trade that market. Like my buddy of mine I was telling you about that makes $10 million a month. He actually paid $2 million and invented and actually hired a software designer to build out his own artificial intelligence to day trade all the different popular coins. And I don't even want to tell you how much money he's making. It's wild and crazy, but I'm trying to get him to give me an in so that I can give you an in. That's why you need to subscribe and you need to keep on here, because these chronicles are going to continue. And I'm just going to help educate you on how our world's changing and what you can do, whether it's crypto or whether it's blockchain, and how you can be a part of that. Now, in a moment, we are going to go out and check out my buddy's blockchain facility. But before we do that, I just want to wrap up this conversation. Crypto is going to be volatile, but the blockchain, it is a technology that is here to stay forever. It is, if you had a chance to get in at the start of the internet, you would have. Right now, we have the start of something so big and so new that is going to transform and change literally every technology that's out there on the planet. It's like rewriting the entire web for encrypting information that keeps everything financially safe, untouchable, but allows you and I to have trust with each other. Isn't that cool? It's absolutely amazing. Let's go check out the facility. Hey friends, Kris Krohn here. It's loud. I don't know if you can hear a whole lot. So I'm here in a Bitcoin mining factory. I've got all of these miners. Currently, each one of these machines right here is making around $400 a month. Now, the equipment cost itself is very, very low, and these guys are pulling some massive ampage, and what they're doing is they're out there basically going to work building the blockchain that is the new internet that is taking over the world. Kind of cool. I've got some friends in some high places doing some fun things. And I gotta just say, it's kind of wild to be here. So I've got a buddy of mine who's making millions of dollars every single month, basically out here building the blockchain to securitize information as well as democratize information for every American and frankly person on the planet. It's a pretty wild experience. So I'm networked with an amazing group of people. They're actually building the blockchain. They're setting all of this stuff up. They have their own ICOs, which means their own coin offerings. And right now they're leading the planet with brand new technology in a number of amazing ways. Like for example, one of the things they're doing is just one of those units producing $400 or $500 a month. They've actually prototyped a home version, a box that you can put in any home and plug it into a 110 outlet instead of 220 and have it just make money for you. Now they're doing that because they want to democratize power. They want to democratize and empower people to have opportunities like never before. And if you want to stay up to date on this, then this is what I'm going to recommend. Click the link, go to my website, and then right there on it, you're going to see that there's a few different options of how to play with me, but you're also going to download my real estate book for free. That's how you put in your email address so that I can keep you up to date with what's hot, what's new. So come to the website, get my free book, download that by putting in your email address, and then as I get some of the updates, if I get access to my friend's artificial intelligence, if I get access to some of these opportunities on crypto and the blockchain, you're the first that I'm going to notify about it. But I got to have your email to be able to do that. So make sure that you subscribe, and we got more coming your way.